So for me, I think investing abroad is very paramount or very important. It's very critical issue we are talking about here.
Also, to create wealth, let me add that thing. To create wealth, I think your home country is what you should consider, not where you live or where you base. I mean, the white ones like you're talking about. People be considered. Oh, okay. What about my family? How am I going to secure accommodation for my family? I think there is nothing wrong with you renting an apartment in white man's land, because I don't intend to die or to live an aged life in white man's land. I've always planned that at the age of maybe like 50, 55 or 50, I have to go back home. You understand?
Hi everyone, you are all welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lim Asare Konedu with my panels, but on this channel I use MK's Arena. Today we have a special thing for you on investing back home and abroad. Which one is the best? I have here with me Gideon, who is going to talk about invest abroad is the best thing to do. That's Gideon. And we have my prof, that is Robert, is also here. He's also going to talk about investing home. That is the most important thing to do. Just stay tuned, learn something from it. So without wasting much time, I will just pop in with a question. I just want to ask Gideon first, then after that, if any question we will answer. But if you have any question, don't forget to just write it under the comment section. Thank you.
So let's say I'm going for a mortgage for, let's say, 20 years, and then I'm buying the house for, let's say, maybe 180,000
Pounds.
Yeah, like 180,000 pounds. And as it goes with mortgage, okay, I take about maybe 30,000 as a start. And how much more have I left to pay if I take the 30,000 out from the 180?
Okay. You have 450 then.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pay this monthly.
Yeah.
Okay. So as I pay, the per monthly that I need to pay, if I pay for, let's say, 10 years, from 5 to 10 years going, it starts to depreciate. Okay. So if I'm paying something like maybe 900 a month, and then I pay for 5 years or 10 years, it can drop to maybe 400.
Yeah.
And you renting here in the UK,
Still be
would tells you if you have family and you are renting about 2-3 bedroom house, you're gonna pay something close to 1,000-3,000 for, and I'm paying and I'll still continue to pay my mortgage, and it's gonna come as low as
at the end of the day it will become yours.
As low as 300. So imagine that I'm renting for maybe 1,002 as you are renting. I'm gonna pay 300 and keep that subsidies on that 1,002. Okay, so if I'm to pay 1,003, we are paying 1,003, but because of my mortgage, I have paid for 10 years and it has lowered down to 900. Pay for another 5 years or maybe another 10 years, it has lowered down to 300. That means I'm almost finished paying my mortgage. So if I earn about 2,000 pounds a month and I pay 300, how much more do I have to spend? And we are earning the same 2,000. I can use that additional money that I have to go back to Ghana.
I don't intend to have a mortgage in white man's land for them to tie me up here. I don't want to, at the age of 50 to work, to keep working to pay my mortgage. It doesn't make sense to me. That's my opinion. So
That's his opinion.
Yeah, that's for you.
Yeah, that's my opinion. I think I could have used that money to do better investments. That I'll get the returns back home as compared to the where I live in the UK. That's something.
You are renting this house, this beautiful house. You are renting.
That's what
At
I'm
the
talking about.
same time, you can change. You be a big investment. At the end of some years to come, it will be years. Don't you think that
I'm going to pay a huge amount of money for rent?
No, I'm not saying what Gideon is saying is good. But what I'm saying is, now, fine, you can invest home, but now you are here in the UK, and this is the place you are living now with your family. So why is it that the money you are using to rent, you don't change it to be an investment for you some years to come?
Thank you very much. Gideon, I said something, but I'm not convinced about what you're saying. I think what you said is just assumption. It's not practical to me.
It's very practical. It's not assumption.
You understand what I'm saying? Because like let me say, you need to make a deposit for that your mortgage, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me that maybe that the lesser amount in the UK that I have to deposit?
It depends on the kind of the house you want.
Let's say 3-bedroom apartment.
The location.
Yeah.
It counts. Yeah.
I mean, give me the list.
It's vast.
Tell me, 3-bedroom apartment.
It depends on the
That's what I'm saying to the kids. But give me the list amount. I want to just say something here.
Like I say, like I was talking about the 180,000. Even in Manchester, you can get a house like that. And the deposit, you calculate maybe 30,000 is going to be fine for them,
right.
for you to start.
And how many years are you going to use to pay? I want to say something.
It depends. You know, when they put the house there, they have let's say your startup payment, and then they give you the years. So it's all there. If you go to you know, where we find our houses to rent, Rightmove,
Zoopla.
Zoopla. So if you go there, it's all there.
Yeah.
Okay, and the broker to, you know, do all that other stuff for you. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So I'm not to think about that. I just go in there to read it. If it's fine by me, I go with it.
Yeah, you just go when you think it's okay.
Yeah.
I did a research.
You should just getting something here. So I don't want to cook a story for people to listen. You understand? I want to be practical here and be honest, whatever you're talking about, and make my points clear to the audience.
Yeah.
So, you think I feel like renting is something cool? There's nothing for me to worry about, right? Isn't it? Well, sure. You know, there's something I would say. People still have that kind of ideology, like I want to get my own house. I want to get my own apartment. Let me tell you this: to create wealth, we have rich people. They have money, they have properties, but they don't.
Yeah, I understand.
You know, but your accommodation is the main issue. If you are being paid 2,500, accommodation takes more than half of what you earn. So if I'm able to sweep all these difficulties away, I'm rich.
Yeah.
You know. Exactly. And then the second thing that I will invest here is that let's talk about pension.
Okay.
You know, if I live here, I work here, I contribute a lot to pension. I know a friend I was working with one time. The person opt out from pension just because he or she wants to go and build back home.
Okay.
So let's say I pay pension like let's say about £300 a month just for my pension, and then you opt out, and then you've been given that £300. You add it to your pay, it goes up. Only God knows what you're gonna do with that.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I do understand.
So about all these pension issues, I'm gonna benefit from it. Even when I'm old and then I go back to my country, Ghana, I'm still gonna benefit from my pension. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So I think investing here is very good. Most people have opted from pension just because they know they'll be going blah blah blah. They're not gonna live in this country, but they end up being here. You know, they end up being here. They're not going anywhere. They go home like 1 month, they come back. Like 3 months, they come back. And this is where you're gonna stay forever.
I mean, what's the essence?
What's the essence of investing there? You have good healthcare and everything here. So for me personally, I think investing here is very important. You know, sometimes you fly over, you can't find your plot, you can't find your land, and then you go mad. You fly back to the UK or America or Canada or wherever you are, and then you come back to square one. By that time, I will be far gone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Definitely, you are going to rent. So why don't you payment or money into investment so that at the end of the day come something like your property, or it become yours forever, as he said. Yeah. So that is what Gideon is saying.
Yeah.
Made very good of points, but I've always preferred to invest back home. Why am I saying this? Because the kind of money that you used to invest in, this is why I live in the UK. If you want maybe like 3-bedroom apartment, you know how much it's gonna cost you here.
Yeah.
Because even the mortgage, I always say mortgage is something a white man used to tie a black people on their land. We're gonna use something like 20 years, 30 years for a mortgage. Let's say maybe you have maybe like £20,000. The kind of investment I can use £20,000 to invest in my country, Ghana. It's mind busting. You never even understand. Because let's go into the housing aspects. If you go where I came from, I come from Offenso. You can get the land like maybe 15,000 Ghana cedis.
I quite remember recently Otunfo called someone to the palace.
Okay.
And then disturbed that person. That person is a sub chief of one of the Kumasi sub cities.
Yeah, and
then I don't know if it's Bantima, but there's a funny story about somebody selling lands, and then so you may have the collective over there, but sometimes can be corrupt.
Yeah.
And you have no idea about it. You know this person is the right person, but sell the land for you before you fly to your UK, your America, your Canada, or whatever.
Story.
You also sell it to somebody else.
Well, I get that. Let me say this way. Though it can happen, we can't say it can't happen.
Yeah.
But the number of times, the frequency how it will happen when it goes to the right people, maybe it will be less.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay.
Because majority of people who have gone to the right people to acquire the land, they don't normally have challenge with the land litigation. Most people find other way around to get the land. And one of our advice is, as maybe a UK-based Ghanaian, when you buy the land back home, make sure after you get your document, fence that land to secure it. People don't fence, they leave it. Come on, Ghana or my home country is the first thing you have to consider instead of considering the UK. You understand? I know. I also have an idea. I also hear that even after you've acquired or secured your mortgage in the UK, it also comes to that taxing aspect. When you ask people in Ghana who have the properties in Ghana, how much do they pay? Those who have properties in Ghana, property like buildings. How much do they pay after securing those properties? It's few amount of money they pay. So because people always complain about depressing white man's land. At some point, you don't even get people to talk to. People are busy going on their activities. But back home, you can get your neighbors to talk to. You understand? And all those things improve the well-being as an aged person. You get what I'm saying? So talking about another investment like farming investment, people have not even considered that. Farming is one of the big investment, the big thing that you can create wealth from. How much can you acquire maybe a 10 acre of land in back home? If we let's say about £1,000, you can use £1,000 to acquire maybe a lot of land back home for farming. Talk about farming. What kind of farming can I do? You can consider even cassava farming, yam farming. You understand? Talking about even maize farming. All these things are there. But one advice I would give to people, sometimes people go into farming without having knowledge base in that. Whatever investment that you're going, do you have the knowledge base? Do you have the skill? So you need to find out from people who are already in that kind of investment. Ask them. They will teach you. Also, the people also have some kind of training they organize online, seminars. You need to go to some kind of education seminars. I mean, financial seminars. Go there. They will tell you a lot of things they've known because they are on the land. Now I've been traveling for almost 3 good years. I've been in the youth. I've never went back to Ghana. If I say I want to consider farming, where do I start from? I have to go to the people who are already into that kind of business. Yeah. They will give you every business has its own secret. They'll give you the secrets. You understand? So having £1,000 to acquire the land to start maybe like maize farming or cassava farming. If you have the knowledge base to invest in this, trust me, you're going to make huge amount of returns of money from that. If you say you want to do farming in the UK, forget about it. You can't even do. Where do you start from?
There is no.
Where do you start? Do they have the land?
No, there is no land.
If you have a lot of money involved to acquire the land, forget about that. The people documented that will go through it. You understand? But in country like Ghana, it's easy to want to invest in farm. So I mean, living in our country to what? Meanwhile, you have kind of business you can have. You can introduce, you can invest. People will think like, oh, our people are not trustworthy. If you leave business in Nigeria, they're going to squander your money. I always say, you the CEO, you the person who established that business. Okay. What is your purpose? Mm-hmm. What are your purpose? Or what is your responsibility as a CEO or as what? As someone who has established a business. You need to do your checks and balances. People establish business for people and leave it as if they don't care. No. As every human being, if you leave every human being like that, they're gonna do things like you never think of. You will all go wayward if you leave us. But if there's monitoring and checks and balances, people do the right thing. I think our people are not people who neglect something or you leave something under their care, they will leave it to destroy. Because you as the leader, you need to monitor them. You understand? If you are present there, it will change something. People establish business and leave it without even going to check it, going to supervise it. No.
A big no.
A big no to that. You are the one who used your money to do that, to establish that kind of business. You need to show much commitment, not concern. Let them know the money you invest, you value that kind of money. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So me, I have always decided and prefer to invest back home like my country like Ghana.
You've said a lot, yeah, and I've taken a note of from that, yeah. I don't know whether you are going back home, that's why you are saying that. But the money that you will get when you invest in Ghana, when you change it into pounds or other currencies, I think it will be a bit lower because when you get 2,000 billion Ghana, just change it into pounds. That would be, or you think because you are investing, there is no, you will get a bank account there, then you'll be putting the money in, or
you don't need to pay tax when you are transferring your money over.
You pay
tax on it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I disagree. No, but the fact that he is saying staying here renting is normal. That is where I'm coming from.
So I've made my points clear. I think investing in the UK or investing in wherever you are, wherever you find yourself, I think, and especially if you, I mean, your family is with you or you've made families in abroad, it's better for you to invest here than you later think about going home to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prof. Do you have something?
Yeah, I just searched on a property on Zoopla, a 2-bedroom apartment in Harrogate to be precise, and you need to make a deposit of £30,000, and the long term is 35 years. That's it blows my mind, honestly. It's 35 years to pay this. Come on. I was thinking, how old am I at the moment? To add 35 to 8, where am I going then?
But you are living here and still you are going to rent.
I know.
At 35 years.
I know.
So
no one knows when you're gonna die.
I know. Listen,
it can be 90 years.
The deposit of £30,000. Do you know the kind of investment I can use £30,000 for?
Yeah.
Back home. It's unthinkable. It's mind boggling. Let me tell you this. It's always like, oh, come on, are they joking or what?
Yeah.
So my guys, I always prefer. I advise people, my brothers and sisters, wherever you find yourself in an overseas country, consider investing back home.
Yeah.
That's the ideal thing to do.
Where you stay.
And you're never going to regret it.
Trust that invest in where you stay. I'm telling you guys, be very careful. They're gonna chop your money. Don't send anything to them. Okay? Invest here before you go back home. You get it?
Oh guys, a very interesting topic. I just love how the thing went. Thank you all for getting time to watch this video. I really appreciate. We've talked about everything investment.
Yeah.
So either you are investing in Ghana or any African countries that you are in or abroad, just go in for what you think is best for you. But when you listen to both, what you think it goes well in your mind, it rings very well, that is what you need to go for. But I will go for both though. Thank you all, and for now I will say bye.